right, welcome to the second half of this here broadcast called Digital Storytelling Part 2. I'm your host, Elias, and this is going to be a follow up from a post we did earlier this week where we attempted to animate some of our images from the book coming up called The Origin of Race. Here's the cover. There it is. Look out for it. Um, this is going to be a book, an ebook, and also hopefully an animated video. Animated meaning just taking the images, moving them around, dramatizing it, that kind of thing. That's all we're doing. Nothing like cartoonish. So, when we left off, we were trying to figure out how to take these Photoshop files that we were given from our illustrator and put them into After Effects to animate them. But let's click on one of the Photoshop files so I can show you. The Photoshop files had a lot of layers and also a lot of folders with a lot more layers in it. So let's get rid of the text. As you can see, this is page one, right? Three photos, three illustrations, one, two, three, and you can see them correspond here with the layer panel, the group two, figure one, background one, figure two, etc. Right? Click on to figure one. That is our main character, Yakub, at the top. And if you get into the folder, you can see he has a lot of other layers dealing with him, like his cape, you know what I mean, his pen, his skin, all of these layers together make up figure one. And the problem was when we went into After Effects, uh, we had to deal with all that. So what I did on the downtime was take all of these figures and basically just merge each group, right? Because when you merge each group, it just turns it into a solid layer where you can just easily click on it. So I did that already. Um, and added another folder full of them called AEPSDs, which is After Effects Photoshop files. So these are all same Photoshop files, but with the groups made into just solid layers. So that should make it a lot more easier. Yo, Mac, what's up, man? So instead of buying um, a whole script for After Effects, I decided to do this shortcut so I don't have to do it. So let's bring up After Effects again. Yep, this is what we do, bro. This is my own personal project. I'm not getting paid to do this in some way. It's honing my skills, and at the same time, I'll be soon officially be able to call myself a published author. We'll go into why I'm doing it in a minute. After Effects clean composition. We'll start from scratch. All right. So new composition, and we're gonna make it 1080p since that is the medium that is on YouTube. 24 frames per second duration. The narration is probably gonna be around 15 minutes, right? So, like 20 minutes. Because what I'm planning on doing is putting them all together. Now, name this composition final. This is going to be the final, yeah, I mean. Then we're going to new, actually, we're just going to double click. And we're going to go to our Yahoo folder. We're going to go to EPSDs. We're going to click on first AD, and we're going to make sure all of this down here is where it needs to be. Composition, retain layer sizes, create composition, Photoshop sequence. No, I'm going to keep that. Okay, so we're importing this as a composition. Keep the layer sizes intact and import. Boom. It's going to ask me again. Okay. When we double click on this, it should show us out of caps lock. Boom. Okay, group two. Group two here, the layer here is just the outline around here to make it look like a comic book. We don't really need that. Right now, we are just going to highlight background one and figure one, copy, go to the final, what is it called? Composition, and paste it. Right? Now, we're going to go inside background one, two PSD files, folders there. We're going to make them both into 3 layers. Click out of that. Figure one, do the same thing. 3D layer, get out of that. Then we're going to make each composition 3D layer, bring this down. All right, now we're working with something. It should be a lot easier to animate this. We're going to go to the 2 view, and we're going to bring the background here, and you should see it correspond over here. Yep. Should see it back up. I'll move her over. Then we're going to hit S, shortcut S, and then we scale it up. Scale it, scale it, scale it up. Scale it. And we're going to bring her back down. Did I scale it up too far? I might have. Yeah, that's about right. Then with figure one, I'm gonna bring him here. Close, close, no, just that's enough. We're focusing on the panel to our right. This, as you can see right here, is the active camera, the default. Whatever we see in this screen is what the viewers are gonna see when it's all said and done. Okay. This panel right here to the left, we're looking at from top down. So we're looking at 2 images from the top. It's almost like the images are right here and we're looking at it from above. And since we've already made them 3D layers, we're going to add a new camera. This is a internal camera here. So now we see the camera, we see its, what do you call it? The way it looks, vantage point, whatever you call it. And when we bring it in, boom, right? Again, focusing on this area. Fit it. So whenever I move the camera forward from the top, you should see it, boom, boom, boom. And that's really it. It's not really rocket science. At least not the way that I do it. I like to simplify stuff. And we're just gonna make a simple animation that's gonna last about 10 seconds because we're gonna bring in the voiceover that we did the last time. Did I keep it? No, I didn't keep it. I think I tried to delete it. Let's go to our recycle bin. Can I go to my recycle bin? Thank you. Well, there it is. Page 1 read. I'm going to restore that. And there it is. I'm going to keep it on the desktop. Bring this back up, double click, navigate to the desktop folder. There it is. And this is only page 1. And it reads, this is my reading. I have a narrator doing this for me, but I'm just using my own voice to give me some sort of idea time-wise as to where these things should be. So page 1.
Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in Mecca named Yaqub.
So that's me reading the story. And while the story reads, wait, let's go back, see how long.
Was blessed with an idea to make a new people through whom he would rule the world.
And stop. So this one thing lasts, according to the time, 15 seconds. 15 seconds. So that's all we need. That's all this animation has to be, just 15 seconds long. We're not going to have any words in it. And basically all we're going to do is move our Yaqub guy over here. Move the background. Like, I don't want to see this area, because, you know, according to the illustrator, he drew the guy in front of it, which is cool. So we want to start here, and instead of scale, position. Boom. So what I'm doing is setting a keyframe for the position. I'm going to bring Yaqub kind of close up. And then I'm going to scale. This is only going to be 15 seconds long, so around 11, 12 seconds is when we want to stop this animation. And what we want to do is go to the background, move this here, and that's it. And then we want to take the Yaqub guy, actually we want to move him closer. Ooh, the heck? Bring him down. Nice. And then here, we want to move him back. And bring him here. And then when we play it back, starts off here, I still see it. So maybe we can move him here. See what difference that makes. It's really not a big deal. Maybe I'm gonna do it the opposite way. So I'm gonna start with him small. Yeah, I'm gonna start with him small. Around here, and then when we get here, you're gonna see more of his face. so you know who he is. That's probably the better look. Good. All right, keyframe. I'm gonna ease it in. Ease it in. And that's it. That's it for this image. First image of page 1. And when we play it back, I do not hear myself. Maybe because oh, we're just going to wing it like that, right? And then according to our waveform, our voice, we actually want to move these from. And then that's it. Is there a cut? No, what is it called? And we're gonna move the camera. All the way back. And right now we're just testing, see if this looks good or not. All right, so that's done. I'm gonna save this as animation, book animation. And we're gonna do the same thing. This time, we're gonna bring in figure 2, which is the second one down, and background 2. Copy, paste. We want to bring them all the way down here. So right here, we have to make these 3D layers. So we have to go in and make each layer 3D. Again, background 2. And then it's showing it's right here. It's not up yet. Gotta move them up the screen. Now, this image has to fit in the screen, so I'm gonna scale them both up. Maybe bring it down so they fit. Good. And now We do the same thing. The background goes back here. Scale it up a little bit more. And the people go up here. Maybe move them up some. And then the camera that we bring into this. A new camera. It's just the camera's just gonna move. We don't want to bring it that far out. That's as far as we go. We start from here, pull in. Look at our wavelengths to see how long I'm talking about it. So this is like 15 to 46, like 26. No, more than that. So we're gonna move it. Camera right here. Pull out. Not too much. I'll move it over right there. How does that look? Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that thing here. I want this. Yeah. It's like these little nuances. And then that's it. So we got two. Whoa. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Each of these layers, I'm gonna have to move out of the way. Okay? Now I don't know why I did that. So we gotta zoom in here to make sure that the transition is smooth. Gotta move it a little bit closer. Good. I think we're good enough to export, so I can show y'all what this looks like. Let me show y'all what this looks like after it's exported. Just these two images with the sound. So save, Control M. I hope it allows me to export it without cutting off the live stream, so you guys can see it. I'm going to save it to the desktop, and we're going to call it page 1. Then we're gonna go, and actually we're gonna go try to render it in media. What is this again? Media encoder. This is media encoder right here. Now it should allow me to do my thing and still be live. Sometimes I'll be putting my computer to the test. See if it can do what it says it's going to do. So after we do this, we're going to take it into Premiere and add some sound effects. All right, it seems to be done. Boom, boom, save, yeah. So this is what it looks like here.
Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in Mecca named Yaqub was blessed with an idea to make a new people through whom he would rule the world. This new people would not look like the original black people who populated all the earth for
I like
trillions of
it.
years since the
I
beginning
like
of
it.
creation. Yaqub's new people would be the opposite.
Now we're going to take it into Premiere and add, we're going to come up with like a score or something to go with it, dramatize it. Maybe some sound effects. Sound effects. New project. Actually, no, I'm going to use old project. Exit. Titled. Locate. I know where these are. These missing files. They are audio. Come on. And then ominous. Actually, we gonna, yeah. Stems. That's the one we're gonna use for this, right? Where are we here? So, get all this stuff out of here. And then we're gonna bring in the file we just did. Desktop, where is it at? Page one, boom. Bam. Actually, no, we're on the wrong sequence. I'm gonna use this sequence. Bam. There we go.
$6,000.
So first thing we're gonna do is fix the audio here so it doesn't come out one channel. We want it to come out both channels.
Years ago, a
Sounds a lot better.
scientist in
Now I'm gonna add that score. Where is it? Audio. Actually, let's see what this sounds like. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna use that. Now I got this from Epidemic Sound, so I shouldn't have any problem with it in terms of like playing it on the live without Facebook or YouTube shutting me down. This thing here is 47. I hear me clicking, my mouse click. So now we have to get in some audio editing here.
Over 6,000 a scientist in Mecca named
Pop, pop, pop. We're gonna bring this audio down so you should be able to hear myself pretty good without any.
Scientist in Mecca named Yaqub was blessed with an idea to make a new people through whom the world. This new people
I'm gonna turn me up like 7.
would not look like
Nice. Now we go to the internet and just look up some sound effects. So we want like an ambiance, right? Like a city ambience or ambiance, whatever you call it. I don't know if I spelled it right. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I think I did. But just to make sure, that's all they have. What about what about video or audio jungle? So I go here a lot to get some of my templates, sounds, whatever the case may be. And right now we want music, no sound effects. And we want city ambience.
Audio jungle. Audio jungle. Audio jungle.
Audio jungle, yeah.
Audio jungle.
Out sleeper.
Audio jungle. Audio jungle.
Yep, I think we're gonna use that. Put it in here. Put it in. Yo, I'm gonna make a new folder called sound effects. I'm gonna save it there. And we're gonna go to it. Unzip it or extract, whatever. And then bring it up. Bring it here. Just drag and drop. Now, this doesn't need to be too loud at all. Just a little small. Just a little small, subtle, some small subtle sounds.
like the original.
Showing. That's too loud. -7. That's good. And I think that's it. Then do the same thing. I'm gonna export it now that we've got the sounds underway. Page 1. Okay. And that is it. Now you're gonna see what everything looks like and sounds like. We took the images that our illustrator gave us in Photoshop. We brought it into Illustrator. I mean, not Illustrator, dang. After Effects, animated it, just made it move around a little bit, add some dramatization to it. Then from there, we took it to uh, Premiere, where we added some sounds. Now it should sound like the beginning of a nice story. It's doing everything. Boom, boom, boom. It's all good. Bet. Here. Here. We're done here. And now we're going to watch it. We want the MP4 file. Not. Wait, what? Okay, so one of these should be AVI, but they're messing up. So whatever. Yeah.
Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in Mecca named Yaqub was blessed with an idea to make a new people through whom he would rule the world. This new people would not look like the original black people who populated all the earth for trillions of years since the beginning of creation. Yaqub's new people would be the opposite, very light, and would eventually come to be known as white people. But they would have to be made from the black people, since they were the only ones who existed.
Bet. Listen, cuz. We got it down pat, cuz. That's page 1. Now I know this is boring. We already 40 minutes in, so y'all don't need to see the rest, but just know that I'm gonna have to do this process for all of the 38 pages that is in this book. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully next time you can tune in, ask questions as we go along, particularly those of you who are interested in knowing how to do this type of stuff, or just genuinely curious. But until then, um, yeah, we will stay tuned or look out for the book. Right, the book is coming out probably before the end of the month. So, yeah, peace. Look out for the book, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know. And there's some behind the scenes stuff too.